The more observant of you might have noticed this Twitter post I made a while back. It was very popular, got a lot of likes, got a lot of shares. Everybody noticed it. I think it's time I let the cat out of the bag. But first, some backstory. Runescape is an old game that since the beginning has put an emphasis on telling an engaging story. It contains many unique, interesting quests that send the player on a winding journey through the rich world of Gielinor. As an owner of the Quest Cape, I thoroughly enjoy learning about the lore of the game that's been a part of my life for so long. As an aside, I've never been into Iron Man. I've played almost exclusively my main account since the beginning, and the thought of starting over on a new account just never appealed to me. The Desert-only hardcore Iron Man series was my first time playing an Iron Man at all, and being a Snowflake-style account that isn't essentially a clone of my main without access to trading is what led me to try it in the first place. But playing that account reintroduced me to parts of the game I'd forgotten about. Quests I had completed over a decade ago, locations I hadn't visited in years. It made old content feel new, fresh, and more importantly, fun. Shortly afterward, I found myself thinking about outside the desert and going through the game as an Iron Man, experiencing the game over again from a new perspective. But I didn't just want to make another Iron Man. Follow the established meta to grind levels, get the appropriate gear, and max the account. That was the kind of boring playstyle that kept me away from making an account to begin with. I wanted to try something new, something that brings me joy in the same way Sandfendi does. I decided the best way to do this was to tap into my love of RuneScape's lore, and take advantage of how the game tells its story. With RuneScape being a game, you can tackle its story and content in any order you wish, with a few limitations of course. But what if RuneScape was a novel? Your character was the main protagonist, and quests were the chapters. How would the story evolve? What would come first? How would the world of Gielinor be laid in front of you if everything was approached chronologically? This is Chronolocked, an Iron Man whose sole purpose in life is to experience the story of RuneScape in the most canonical way possible. First off, I will be leaning heavily on the timeline sorting mode for the quest list to determine what quests are done when. This list is not perfect, however, and I will be making manual edits as need be to keep as consistent as possible. Mini-quests will be included in this list and will be done as necessary. As the point of this account is to stick to a chronological telling of the game's story, I will not be interacting with content that is canonically bound to a specific time period until I've reached that point. Some examples are skills like divination, invention, or archaeology, or content like Anima Islands or Elite Dungeons, which are all lore-bound to the 6th Age, but there are plenty of other examples that will undoubtedly pop up as the account progresses. It's important to note that this series is about telling the story of RuneScape, not about the year the content was released, or about playing the content as if the game was locked to that year. This means no restrictions like not being able to rest prior to 2009, or not being able to train certain skills until the release date, as the story is not contingent on these factors. This also means that any retconning Jagex has applied to the game is entirely valid. For example, canonically, lodestones were created by wizards in the Wizard's Tower long before the adventurer's story begins. So, even though they were introduced somewhere around 2011, as far as the plot is concerned, they've always been there and can be used day one. So what's the goal for this account? Outside of my genuine curiosity on seeing how an account played like this will be handled, the goal is relatively straightforward. With these restrictions, unlock a quest cape, be entertaining, and try not to look like a budget buy release. Well, hopefully, as the introductory video explained well enough, this is Chronolocked, the Iron Man who's going to tackle RuneScape's story in the most chronological order possible. For some context, here are my stats, completely fresh off Tutorial Island. Well, the Birthorpe tutorial, this account didn't roll Tutorial Island, unfortunately. I've got my trusty butter knife, some delicious shrimps, and not a single quest completed. But one quest point. Weird. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and ready for adventure, let's see what this big, beautiful world of Gielinor has in store for us. And this is where our story begins, with a helplessly helpless chef and his glorious mustache. It's a story known well by most, but for those who don't know, this poor man does not have the ingredients to bake the Duke of Lumbridge's birthday cake. And so he is going to consign us, the fresh new adventurer, to go get what he needs. Because, by God, why should he have to go get it himself, right? The first quest acceptance screen of many. Let's get to this. I guess every adventure has its small beginnings. I was kind of hoping to be slaying demons or saving the world, but here I am collecting a chef his ingredients for a cake. I'm feeling a little humbled here. Tutorial Island was leading me to believe I was going to be some grand adventurer. Well, while we're here, we should definitely activate the lodestone. Well, to put it into context of just how little I've actually played this account, I have just under 3 hours of playtime since I made this account 133 days ago. Yeah, I haven't really been on. The only time I've been on was to study the quest guide. Or not the quest guide, but the quest list to make sure all this was possible. And to mess around with the UI. As you see, I've changed it a little bit. But that's pretty much it. I ran straight to Lumbridge, and that was it. I reckon I can get some prized milk from a prized dairy cow. A bucket just spawned. Okay, yeah, cool, hey. An egg! Duke Horacio's kingdom for an egg! Okay, well, I wasn't expecting to have to fight anything during this quest, but I've accidentally misclicked a chicken. Just give me the egg. This was an embarrassment. I'll take, you know, I'll take all of this. I'm taking everything. Waste not, want not, I always say. I've never said that. Well, this seems like a lovely place with a bunch of bang-up fellows. I can't wait to join them. So, your name is Millie Miller of the Mill Lane Mill. Am I getting that right? That's a lot. That's a lot to unpack there. Alright, I got the egg, I've got the milk, I got the flour. I should have everything I need to bake Duke Horacio an amazing cake, wish him a happy birthday, and get in cozy with the royalty, I guess? There's gotta be some sort of payoff for this, right? Alright, here you go, buddy. I've got all the stuff for you right here, one at a time. Well, okay. I see I'm not invited to the party. Maybe one day I'll be important enough to sit at the Duke's table. And that is quest complete. Cook's assistant done. Very difficult, very long, very hard quest. Very rewarding quest. But that is 300 cooking experience, 500 gold coins, and 20 whole sardines. And access to the cook's range. Lovely. Oh, hey, there's a lovely 4 cooking. Right on. But with all these sardines, I'm never going to need to cook anything in my life, right? Let's just go ahead and cook the corpse of that pesky chicken while I'm here. And I burnt it. It's fine. He didn't deserve any better. You know, maybe that was just a bit of a bust. Maybe I could find more adventure if I keep pressing around and talking to the locals of Lumbridge. Oh, this guy seems like a fine fellow. What's his name? Fred? Fred the farmer. Fred the farmer, what do you got for me, buddy? Leave open your gates and let all your chickens out? Me? No, never. I'm looking for work. I was recently given 500 gold and now have an addiction for late-stage capitalism. So is this a quest? No, it's work. You do what you say, then you get paid. I like Fred. Very down-to-earth fellow. With a chicken in his home. A chicken in his household. Why can I never say a sentence straight? Alright. And our story continues. The Shearer mini-quest. So, the good old yet grumpy Fred wants me to gather him 20 balls of black wool. So I just need to get 20 bits of black wool from his sheep and spin it into wool with a spinning wheel. Duh. That is clearly 2 penguins in a sheep costume. Okay, that's 20 whole pieces of black wool. Sheets of black wool, lumps of black wool, bundles of black wool. I don't know what you would call it. Soon to be balls of black wool. Let's put it that way. Alright, and that is Shearer complete. 150 crafting experience and 2,000 gold coins. Wow! Fred, I just helped make a cake for Duke Horacio's birthday, and you realize you just paid me 4 times what they gave me for that? You're a gentleman and a sir. And there is 3 crafting. Lovely. But I'm rich, baby. I'm done with this podunk town. Let's get out of here. Well, I've just about had enough of the ridiculous labors of Lumbridge. If I'm really going to be an adventurer, I have to find some adventure. So we're headed north to the busier town of Varrock, and hopefully we can find something interesting. Please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. Ah, Varrock. Smells like commerce and big business. Hi, you absolutely scream main character syndrome. Will you give me a quest? Beseech me, dangerous fugitive. Got it. Help me stop him. Formidable demonic tome. Alright, yeah. End the entire city. This sounds pretty important. And our story continues here with Demon Slayer. I am pursuing Denath, a dangerous and unstable wizard. Denath infiltrated Edgeville Monastery and stole a tome of demonology from my order. The book was once used to summon Delrith, an ancient demon from the infernal dimensions. Delrith has the power to demolish cities, and is impervious to all forms of attack save one, the holy sword Silverlight. Silverlight rests in the crypt beneath this very church, watched over by the spirits of its former owners. I've tracked Denath to this city, but I've lost his trail. While I hunt him down, I need you to retrieve the sword. Should Delrith return to this world, Silverlight shall be our only salvation. Climb down the trapdoor to the south to enter the crypt beneath this church, and retrieve Silverlight. You know what? That sounds like a blast! Let's do it! So to recap, the monks of Edgeville Monastery had a book of demonology stolen from them that's used to summon a very powerful demon who is impervious to all damage save for one, and that is attacks from that sword on that altar. And so I am down here, and I must retrieve it somehow. Past trials to prove my worthiness? I baked a cake and sheared some sheep. I should be plenty worthy. Huh, clever. Manual labor can be hard. Oh no. Oh boy. Okay, well, I have a butter knife, and I did not expect to be killing skeletons today. So here we go. This is what you wanted, Chrono. There's to attack. This is what you wanted. You wanted adventure, and combat, and intrigue, and romance, and now you're fighting skeletons with a rusty bronze knife. You asked for this. This is what you get. You better enjoy it. There's 3 attack. Okay, there's 1 trial completed. Let's move on to the next one. The trial of faith is that I must trust the spirit to guide me in the right direction without falling to my death. Awesome. This is some hokey-pokey bullshittery is what this is. Alright, spirit of the mind, what do you got for me? I must prove that I am focused on my task and understand what lies ahead of me. Why am I in this place? Okay, I get it. He's just checking up to make sure I know what I'm doing. I'm in here to make money, man. Alright, I completed all 3 of your tasks. I'm worthy enough. Give me the sword so that I may slay the demon and prevent this city that I've known for all of 30 seconds from being utterly annihilated. There it is. Silverlight. Finally! Oh, yeah. This has got to be one powerful sword. It's so much better than my dagger. It's so much bigger. Jesus. Alright, let's go. Let's go slay a demon. I'm feeling confident now. Gideon's gone, but he left me a note. Hero, I have located Denath. He seeks to summon Delrith right here at Varrock. Denath is in the Temple of Zamorak, in the southeast part of Varrock. Look for a trapdoor, much like the one in this church. I will meet you there. Make haste. Gideon Bade. Bade? Betty? Gideon Betty. No, I will not stop reading his lines like that. You can't make me. Take care, hero. This place is likely crawling with Denath's fanatics. You know, my choice of voice for him actually makes him seem a little more intimidating than the demon. Alright, well, if you're just gonna follow me through, let's kick some ass. I got a shiny new sword made out of silver. It's totally super sharp and will do a lot of damage to a human. And there's 4 attack. Ooh, cooked meat. Don't mind if I do. Lady, are you okay? It's weird, this place uses all the same ambient sound effects and enemy death audio as Daemonheim does. Oh, 6 attack. And 5 combat.
Arise, O mighty Delrith, bring destruction to this soft city.
Denath, stop. That's my line. I'm clearly the villain here.
Well, well, if it isn't Gideon Bade, I'm surprised you had the nerve to pursue me. You should have stayed in Edgeville, bookworm. You're already too late. Behold! Diabolica fratri, with cleansing fire I break the seal that binds thee.
This is a lot of fun. No!
The demon is unbound. I'd love to stay and witness your annihilation, but I'd best be far away when Delrith incinerates Varrock. Farewell.
Okay, I'm having too much fun with this. If you don't like it, say so in the comments, but, I mean, so far, this is fun. I hope you brought Silverlight, hero. Steel yourself. Ah, there he is. Okay, you know, I think I miss Lumbridge. I think I want to shear some more sheep. This is a lot more serious than I was hoping. Gideon, you good? You good? Buddy, get up. I was not ready for this. I was not prepared. I was not ready. I should be in Lumbridge right now. I should be shearing sheep, helping restless ghosts, maybe cooking some cakes, and fishing some fish. I should not be fighting a demon on my first day on the job!
Delrith is defeated, but this place is coming apart. Let's get out of here.
Oh, thank God. I made it. I'm alive. And the demon's dead. I take back what I said. I don't want to go back to Lumbridge. I'm an amazing person.
Well done, hero.
You called me a hero.
Your actions saved not only myself, but all of Varrock from being turned to smoldering ash by Delrith. Here, you've certainly earned this.
Corny voice acting aside, there is Demon Slayer complete. I'd say the first real quest in our story. 3 combat experience lamps, 3 quest points, the Holy Sword Silverlight, and an Varrock wand and book. Does that get us any levels? Oh no, well, they're lamps, so no, they wouldn't. Would you check that out? I now have a lovely set of magical weapons. I'm not sure why. Magic really had nothing to do with it in this in this quest. But that is the first, I'd say, like, substantial quest completed. Our hero, fresh off the island, fresh off the boat, so to speak, has already slayed his first demon and saved his first city. It's going at a pretty quick pace. But, you know, from humble beginnings, as they do say. But I do believe that is enough for this episode. I really hope you all enjoyed this first episode. This was a lot of fun for me to do. My throat is already starting to hurt. I can't wait to do more goofy stuff like that with the voice acting. I find it a lot of fun. But I also definitely can't wait to keep going with this series. This was such a good idea. I'm glad I went through with this because, I mean, I made the account a long time ago, and I was never sure if I was actually going to do this. So, I'm glad I picked it up. I'm glad it's happening, and I'm glad you're all on the journey with me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.